What's up? I'm Ocho. I don't have COVID. I'm not vaccinated, but I'm circumcised, so it all balances out.
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me, can't pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Trust, limitless. Niggas to me, can't pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me.
What was happening, man? We were back in it, you know what I'm saying? We got Freaky Freddy. We got Yum. Don't give it
Shannon.
to him. And look who showed up. Special guest Ocho.
I'm glad y'all put me at the house. I appreciate it.
Daddy.
Appreciate it.
Big Daddy.
Appreciate
You need
it.
a break?
Nah, ain't no break. You know, it's the early stage. You know, early stage is eat, sleep,
On rotation.
yeah, and I'm good. I'm good. It's day 2.
Congrats, big dog.
Day 2 being home.
How was everything, man? It's a crazy time, bro. It's COVID.
They wouldn't let me in the
birth?
hospital. They let me in the hospital strictly for the delivery.
Okay.
Strictly for the delivery, so they didn't allow me in until she was dilated 9.5 centimeters, which was cool. Went in, had my robe, I had my gloves on, had my bonnet on.
Why'd you have a bonnet on?
The hair, you don't want no hair, you want no hair.
You have no hair. What's gonna fall in the
there's
bonnet?
hair. I'm just following hospital protocols. Everybody else got on the bonnet, I put
It's
on
like
the
the
bonnet.
bald head cafeteria lady.
Right.
She had to wear a
She
bonnet
got no
too.
hair, but she got a bonnet
She had to
on.
wear a bonnet too.
I had my gloves, but this the kicker. On my phone, I don't want to be rude and show y'all the delivery, but I got the whole delivery, right? But I had the music, I had the salsa music playing in the background. The lady delivering the baby was Spanish. I think her last name might have been Garcia. We jammed out the whole delivery. I told Rail, listen to the beat of the music, breathe,
Right.
and push as the music is going.
Okay, coach.
And man, yeah.
From
you
the
know,
time
I'm a vet,
you were
I'm a vet.
from the time you were allowed in, how long did it take before baby Serenity was here?
She had an epidural, which I want to talk about epidurals and push gifts and all that. And do you really get a push gift if you have an epidural? You didn't really get the full
The full pain.
the full
So you only
pain.
get
Right.
the present for the pain.
bingo. Bingo. So
I
we didn't go
understand
to-
that.
That's another topic. But everything happened, maybe we heard about 5 songs.
Okay.
By the time we got to the 5th salsa song, Say Your Cruise was playing, matter of fact,
Okay.
when the head
Because see,
came
what I
in.
thought was, I thought the labor was as quick as the conception, as making the baby. So it wasn't. Because you said it was quick. So I was figuring you was in and out the same way.
Matter of fact,
Is it quick?
I was asleep.
You were asleep when the baby was made?
When conception happened.
Okay.
Because this wasn't me. I was working. I happened to be in Jacksonville working an MMA fight with Bleach Report. I'd never forget.
Okay.
She's in Tampa. I'm in Jacksonville at the time. Someone took it upon themselves after work to drive 3 hours. I'm asleep 9 o'clock every night,
Okay.
routinely up at 5 a.m. regardless, no matter what day it is. Who you think downstairs calling, oh, I'm in town. What you mean you in town? No invite, you just pop up. And then all of a sudden I find myself being taken advantage of
Right.
And you,
at a time when I'm not even up. I don't even have my senses.
and
Okay.
And
So
you was,
she
you
pop
was
up.
just you was
Yeah,
just
you pop up.
and you just laying there?
Huh?
You was
Yeah, I
just
had a
laying there
choice.
and
I
your
know.
body and your body responded?
Yeah, it did. The lower extremities were working, but the upper wasn't. I was still asleep.
You're a veteran at this though.
Yeah,
You've been
yeah.
making babies a long time.
Right, since 87.
Since 87.
87.
You don't got no
I
baby.
don't even know the math on
There's
that.
there's no way.
We
was
let
8.
people do the math.
Fellas, I wanna pass a cigar out
Okay.
to everybody. We gotta smoke.
Yeah.
We gotta smoke for young Serenity Hurricane Paula Johnson. Right?
Yeah.
That's
That's
hard.
what it is?
That is hard.
Somebody spent some money too. Y'all ain't cheap.
So Chad, so now is it different now though, right? Because I mean, what number are you on now?
8.
So you're on 8
Ocho,
now,
that's a
and
good
obviously you have them at different points in your life. This is the most mature Ochocinco has
Ever
ever
been.
been as a father,
Yeah.
right? You and Real, you guys are together. You guys are about to be married.
Yeah.
Is this a different process than it was with a lot of the other babies, or is it pretty similar?
Well, it's kind of a different process. Obviously, me being a lot more mature, me sitting my black ass down for a change, and then there was an orchestrated way I went about conceiving kids before.
Okay.
It wasn't about having a woman that's fine and you look a certain way, you got to be a certain color, a certain complexion, hair, and all this stuff that just didn't matter. I needed athletes. I wanted athletes. So therefore, those that I chose to deal with,
So you were more a breeder?
that's all I cared
understand.
about. That's all I cared
You were a
about.
stud.
Bingo.
Stud.
So you look at the kids, you look at the pedigree that I have created, it was all orchestrated, and I told those that I dealt with during that time of, listen, did you run track in high school? Did you cheer? Did you do volleyball? Let me check your ankles. I always wanted to check women's ankles because the ankle
Ray
is the
Charles
found-
checked wrists. You were an ankle guy.
I'm an ankle guy because you have to understand, if I want athletes, the number one foundation for an elite athlete in any sport is your footwork. And if she had bad ankles, there's no way I could procreate with you.
Ocho, did anybody never make the cut? Well, you said no, those ankles ain't
No,
right.
because everyone I chose to deal with are people that I knew before NFL. Before that, and I knew their background, obviously cheerleaders, dancers, track runners.
Right.
And that is exactly.
So for you, purely about footwork.
Yep, footwork.
So this is more love.
No, this is her. No, she could run.
All I needed to
Hey,
know
boy, she could go, boy.
was her jumping out of airplanes,
aircraft?
helicopters. That's all that matters.
Well, that means she's just
She has
braver
to be
than all
more
us.
competitive than
She
anybody, any
athletic.
woman on the
so
planet.
I got to think our first date, she had no idea. She was going through my own personal combine. We went to Dave and Buster's.
Did y'all hoop?
Yeah, she had no idea why are we doing this, why are we playing these games, why are you taking me to the gym with you, why are we
Right.
playing one-on-one in basketball? This ain't no love in basketball. I'm trying to understand and make sure that if it happens to come to that point,
Right.
that I am procreating with someone.
Okay,
that is athletic.
so she's a go-getter. Does that mean now when she wakes up with the baby, you sleep at 9, you said, you
Yeah,
up
always,
at 5.
always.
Is she doing that by herself? Because like when I got to this point and I finally got to have a baby where, you know what I'm saying, I was stable and I was mature and I would wake up every night. If we were warming bottles, I would warm the bottle. I would try to stay up. I would try to like rub her back. I usually fall asleep before everybody else fall asleep, but that was one of those effort things, right? It was about effort. Is that where you are now? You know what I'm saying?
No. For I do everything, for one. For one, now at this point in my life, I don't know if all of you know that I have manifested being a stay-at-home dad. And Sherelle has put me in a position where I can do just that. With her being the go-getter that she is, I work. I got about 37, 11 jobs,
Yeah.
But I am still considered a stay-at-home dad where she is the one bringing in the bacon.
But bro, you have no breasts. You don't produce milk.
Yeah.
So did you get up?
What?
This is-
I
this is-
got up. I got up.
Yeah,
And
you
I got
gotta
up because Asia would pump. Y'all, I know all y'all know about the pump, the little
Yeah,
thing they put on
yeah.
with the big breast.
So
thing.
when you asked me earlier on text message what I wanted to drink, mimosas or breast milk.
Yeah, that's
Where was you gonna get the breast milk from?
That's what dudes
That
like
was-
you drink.
I
Mimosas
mean, but
and
did she
breast
put
milk.
in work? Did she pump or did she have an automatic?
She had the that little box.
So you would get up then?
Right.
I would get up and do it. That's why I was gonna ask y'all because we all got kids. We got a fleet between us, bro. It's about 20 kids right
You
here.
y'all
Indeed.
got it. Well, you done. I know you done.
Yeah, now
you
I'm still-
done.
I'm done.
But for me, what I've done when all my kids were born, I established dominance and getting the child on your routine. You have to get your kid. For people at home and you watch this and you just had a child, you have to get the child on your routine. When you up, they're up. When you sleep, they sleep. And at some point, they will become accustomed to when to sleep and when to be up.
But Ocho, it ain't that easy, bro.
It's that easy.
It's that easy.
I'm on number 8. There's a reason I'm good at this shit. I got this down to a T, down to a
Well,
science.
you got making them down to a T for sure.
Bottles, everything is already pre-made.
Okay.
Everything's already preheated. Wipes, the whole 9 yards. So it's like everything is working like an engine over there. Where real didn't even have to do much anyway.
Two questions. Is a vasectomy in the near future?
No, why would I do that?
What's your swaddle game like? Can you burrito wrap the baby? Can you?
I do everything, the whole 9 yards,
So it's really Ocho versus everything.
basically.
Ocho, you
That's
can
a good
swaddle.
one, basically.
You can
I'm trying to
swaddle.
tell you that.
Yeah, who can't
You
swaddle?
tuck that leg, you tuck that arm, and then you wrap that other one over.
You start from you go right to left.
That's harder than wrapping a
left.
present.
Right to left.
And then you got to bring that one through the middle,
Bingo, yeah.
and you got all of it down.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay, chest, back, or side? Right now, baby Serenity, how's she
Who
sleeping?
are you, Mrs. Doubtfire?
On the right.
I want to know.
On the side.
gotta talk about.
Left to right. Left to right. Left side,
Damn,
right
Freddie.
side.
No, SID still exists, right?
Says the
Sudden infant
infant
death syndrome.
But I'm just saying.
Yes, it still exists.
I just want to check where he at now. We just school.
The man said he got 8 of them, Coach. He got us all. He is a Hall of Fame.
It's been a minute.
Baby
though.
maker.
It's been a minute.
Right.
He got a little slow. The repetition is slowed down. It's been a minute.
It's like riding a bike.
So I have a question though. So now that you are mature, someone on this show has classically and historically called you a distraction.
Yep.
Right?
To what?
To everything in your life.
Life in general is a distraction.
So now, are you the stability in the household?
I've always been a
'Cause-
stability, period.
Well, you weren't the stability on your team ever.
I was a heartbeat. Yeah, I was.
Heartbeat and stability are two different things. You were a
You
distraction.
can't heartbeat and stability, two different things.
Two different things.
If you don't have a heartbeat, what you got?
You dead.
Bingo.
If you're a car, you need an engine, right? The engine is
quarterback
the heartbeat.
drives the team.
Right, the engine is the heartbeat. But somebody got to control it. You were never in control of the team because people had to control you.
No, nobody had to control me. Control me do what?
Well, the problem
Has
was they
anyone
couldn't
ever been
control.
able to control me?
No, they can't,
They
and that's
can't,
the problem.
exactly.
And Chad, you're a distraction to organizations.
Me?
Yes.
You just a sweetheart though.
Wait, no.
You're just
you
a
guys,
good dude.
You
You're a
guys
good
consider
dude.
distractions anyone that doesn't abide by the rules that they put in place.
Yeah. Breaking the rules is a
What
distraction.
rules did I break when I was playing?
You broke the rules. You put on a Hall of
Name one rule I broke.
You put on a Hall of Fame jacket after you scored a touchdown.
Oh yeah. That was
And?
a violation.
And?
That's a violation.
To
That's
who?
a violation.
To everybody.
To the world.
who? What world?
Ocho, to the football world.
What do they do now? Don't they have a celebration camera?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Everything-
nobody's putting on Hall of
Wait a
Fame
minute,
jackets though, Ocho.
Because ain't nobody creative like I am. Let me one question. All the stuff I was vilified for,
Yeah.
celebrating, creating shoes, wearing gold shoes, wearing shoes with tiger stripes. What does everybody have now?
The thing is, you weren't vilified for that. Like, I thought that was dope. I don't
No,
feel
no,
like
no.
you
I
were
was
vilified for that.
vilified for everything.
No, it made you, Chad, it made you famous and people love you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I played against you, and as much as you
I
talk,
ran you the over too. Just FYI, just throwing it out there. You can pull the tape up.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Anyway.
I was about to say, neither of y'all are no big dudes, so I don't know who gonna win, but
He said you was
I am
signing peace
I am
treaties.
so much tougher than you
I-
are.
I
Chad will
love
come
you.
out the game. I love you, man.
I love
Let's
you.
have a great day.
I love you.
Let's
Hey,
be
I love
nice.
you.
And then he do 7 damn moves on a post route. He know we in man under over here, and I gotta be over the
I
top.
hate it.
He done gave me 18 dang moves, and then if I hit him, he gonna be like, "Come on, RC, what
Nah,
you
he's
doing?"
a real
We had
one.
this conversation. Channing saying that you're a distraction. Me agreeing in the fact that you did some things outside of the rules sometimes that made people pay attention to Ocho outside of football. But I don't ever think you were like it was negative in any way. That's not how I felt. Like I never felt negatively
Nothing
about
I
you.
did was malicious.
Yeah,
It was
I
always
felt
in
like that
fun.
too.
It was
But
always in fun.
recently, someone who I feel like you've been unfairly compared to is Antonio
Who?
Brown sometimes.
It's my guy.
Exactly.
I love AB.
we love AB's ability. But
Right.
what about what he just did with New York? What about what he just did running
Oh,
off the field,
just
half
game?
naked, down by 14,
Yeah.
with his team? What about AB? I would love for you to speak on that.
From
Try
a
to-
wide receiver standpoint, for sure.
Try to defend AB about
Try to
this.
defend. I don't have to defend. I love AB. I love
gotta-
AB.
you need to defend that.
I can't. That's something that I wouldn't have done. I don't have those kind of balls. Those are big balls, to be able to do it. I don't know what happened or what conspired for him to take his stuff off and actually have to leave the game. I'm not sure what conspired between him, the trainers, what was going on with his ankle, what Bruce Arians might have said to him that would have triggered him to do such. We don't know. I don't know. Would I have done something like that? No. Do I condone what he did? No, I do not, but I do love AB.
I obviously have the job of having to
Yeah,
speak on it.
you got to do it.
Right?
Yeah,
And so I have that job. And it's a difficult job to do. When all of this first started, when everybody was still in love with AB, I came
Still,
out.
everybody still love AB.
That's not true. When everybody was still in love with him, when everybody believed, at least at that time to me, that he was something that he wasn't, that I already knew. So he doesn't show up to the Cleveland game, but he gets there late. He doesn't go to practice. He wears the mink. I said, nah, this is who he's always been. I said, as a human, this is who I know him to be. I know him to be irresponsible. I know him to not care about other people. I know him to be a me guy. And I said that, and at the time, everybody crushed me. Obviously, black people crush you because they like, RC, you a black man, why are you tearing down a black man, right? Not knowing that our relationship was different, right? That little AB stayed at my house. That my wife planned little AB's second party, and I paid for it. Never asked for a dime. And so all these things are happening, and when I'm leaving, he comes at me like, all right, the Steelers don't want him no more. He's saying he got teammates that smoke weed. I was like, yeah, I say I got teammates that smoke weed because I want the boys to be able to smoke weed. I ain't never had no problem with no weed head. That goes on, and instead of me calling him, and instead of me saying, you know what, AB, like I'm trying to understand why you would say that after we had the relationship we had, but then I realized it was my fault, because as he grew, as he got more famous, I pulled away from it. As he became somebody who I felt like I don't necessarily rock with, instead of going back on that relationship and being like, AB, what's happening, man? People are talking. The perception of you is changing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some things you should look at and do differently. But he was, even at the time, as good as I was, he was a more famous person than me.
Right.
He was on his way to being a better player than me. And a lot of times, those aren't conversations people are always willing to have.
You can't question the talent. You can't ever
No,
question the talent.
I never had a problem with AB, the football player, because whatever it was that drove him, whether it was fame, whether it was never wanting to be poor again, whatever it was, whether it was women, I never seen a player work that hard. I'd never seen an offensive player work that hard, and I never saw somebody show up on game day like that. And so then when I said that, and then we got into it again, and he tweeted me, he was like, whenever I see you, it's on sight. And y'all have been around me, even though Channing think I'm soft, right? You know, like I tweeted him right away. You know where I live, I know you got a private jet, I see you when I see you, I can't wait. Right, I go on First Take the next day, and they like, we want you to talk about this. And I told Max and I told Stephen A, I said, I'm not finna come on here and shine. I say, this isn't like y'all two getting into it with a football player that y'all know y'all ain't gonna fight, right? I said, because I know I'll fight him. I said, and I know he'll fight me too. I say, so, but I would have rather we just walking somewhere, we catch the fade and we move on. But now looking back on it, being an OG, being older, I didn't handle that right. Whether I condoned what he did or whatever it is, whether we want to cuss each other out, whether we want to throw hands, I should have called him. I should have found him, right? But it was my ego that was like, nah, you come at me after I done these things for you, like I'm done with you, right? And so now, if you watch me on TV, when everybody else crushes him, I lay back.
Yeah.
Because it's different now. I'm not going to pile on. But I was wrong.
But it's something that I thought about AB too, and my group of my dudes that I talk to, my homeboys, my you know what I'm saying, my crew, is that said, this dude, does he have real friends? When he gave up that $30 million in with the Raiders, when he burned the bottom of his feet and he went to cussing people out, bro, if he would have made it to the first snap of that season, he had $30 million guaranteed.
100%.
Like, you ain't got nobody around you to say, bro, tighten up, run a couple routes, get to that first damn game and get your money.
But the gravy train stopped then, though, Channing.
But no, it wasn't stopped. I'm
saying not for him.
$30 million, RC.
But maybe if he hears the no's from somebody, or maybe those people have been around when they have seen somebody give him a no, and he's seen them do away with them, or they've seen him do away with those people, and so they lay back more. It's like, okay, he understands what he wants. He understands what he wants to do, and they let him go.
You need to listen to people that was there before the money. That was there before the fame. That was there before all that. You need to listen to people, bro.
A lot of the times, though, coming from our environment, if you're the breadwinner, people are going to let you make all the calls. And guys are afraid, not necessarily afraid, but because they feel you'll cut the check or cut them off, they ain't going to say shit. That's just how it goes.
And that's a flaw.
But how many dudes?
I think it's a flaw.
How many dudes do y'all have around you that don't think like you? Like, I don't know how close him and Chad is.
Oh, way back.
That's what I'm saying.
High school.
Okay, so you say you love it. You say you love it.
But RC,
Can you call it?
Can you reach out to him?
Yeah.
Could you tell him don't f up that $30 million that the Raiders was about to give him?
Yeah,
Because he talking about his bottom of his feet is burned.
we've
Go
had-
out there and
we've-
get that bread, bro.
We've had those talks before. Long time ago, because I had situations I was in and we were training together. You know, we started out training way back when he first,
I remember
every year,
he was
every
at
offseason.
Bomeritos. He was.
And we
so
had
hard,
those
man.
conversations
Dog.
before, but there's only so much information I can give.
Right.
There's only so much information. I don't know who else is as close as he and I are. I'm sure he's talked to T.O. before, but then there's only so much I could do, you know? And you live and you learn. And one of the best, teachers in life is experience.
Correct.
And sometimes you gotta go through those ups and downs. Sometimes you get it after the first time, sometimes you don't.
My problem with everything is the people who prematurely blame it on mental issues. Or he's sick, he got something going on in his head. we see the patterns. Everybody can clearly see the patterns, but we can't professionally diagnose what's going in AB's head. What I see, I haven't spoken to him in person in a while, but I remember the young AB, humble, worked harder than anybody in the gym. I was like, oh, this young kid, he will look up to you. Yeah, as an older player, he want to show you I'm next, especially coming from the college he came from. So he outworked everybody, but then it's what I'm hearing is when he got the money from Pittsburgh, that's when he felt entitled, and that's when everything changed.
But Freddie, I'll ask
And
y'all
I've
this.
seen it happen.
Yeah, and I'll ask y'all this. And
I was there.
No talk about seeing it happen. You was there. I don't even want to hear about AB. I want to hear about y'all's change. When y'all got $3, $4, $5, $10, $15 million put in y'all account.
I think
How did
Ocho,
that change y'all?
I think Ocho is probably more fit to be able to discuss that because I think our money changed, right? Like my situations changed. My level of fame never really changed, right? Like people wasn't looking at me for reality shows. People weren't following me by the millions. Like Ocho is kind of the only person that sat here that was able to go from being Chad Johnson to a freaking Spanish number.
RC, let's be honest now. What happened when money came around? How did money change you?
It didn't. My game
Bro,
was
you
the same
changed your
even
last
after.
name, though.
No, that was marketing. Which is why I'm Ocho still to this day. I ain't played. I'm just as popular as 99% of the NFL. I ain't played a snap in 11 years.
But I saw you roll.
I still make just as much money as an NFL veteran. I ain't caught a touchdown in years.
And you knew that when you
Simple.
you knew that when you did it.
Understanding being able to market because the NFL will control who and what they want to market, which is why I chose never to ever change because I was trying to set myself up for that back end. For that back end, long when the game is gone.
Do you feel any of that hurt you career-wise football?
Maybe a little bit.
Like what off seasons busy
No,
or
off
what it
season
not
never
just-
changed.
Okay.
Always working. Every off season, who do you think I was with? Me and who? AB. Every off season. That's what that working was. I was doing what AB was doing, but the social media was around then. But we were doing it when it wasn't no social media.
Right.
When he was still at Western Michigan, and I was already in the league. That's the way we always worked.
Do you ever feel like you was 10 years too soon?
Nah. I think it was perfect. I played when I was supposed to play.
Yeah.
The game is too, no disrespect. The game is a little too watered down now. You can't hit nobody, you can't touch nobody.
That's
You know,
true.
DBs can't be DBs.
That's true.
There's no reason for me to keep my head on a swivel in today's
Do you know how
game.
many taunting penalties you would get?
Probably none. I did nothing malicious though.
But it doesn't have to be malicious. If you run out of bounds and you look at a dude and say something, you usually
But
be laughing.
my saying would be what? I love you, just to piss you off.
Yeah.
There's never no talking.
Right.
Anything to get you out of your game in a nice way. If I can get you to hold a conversation, okay, I got you.
But
I'm
when we
already winning.
played, it was the not fun league. But now it is the now
Fun league.
league.
Then I don't think I would have been. My creativity would have had to take over in today's game. Now that stuff is allowed.
I think life is about pioneers. You were a pioneer in the things that you did.
100%.
The NFL is going to capitalize on money. The NFL, while finding you and making you try to do stuff off on the side, couldn't capitalize on who Ochocinco was, right? You could only do it.
Right.
And people like you is why they said, no, let them celebrate. The folks seem to like it, right? And now they can make money off of it.
Right,
and now
right.
the gritty's on games and different things
Yeah.
like that. Do you think it's now gotten to a point, though, to where dudes can get, like, you can get popular now and actually not be good at football?
Yeah, you can. Because of social media, obviously.
You know?
For one.
And, and so now we're getting to this point to where football players, like I said this about Odell, and I love Odell. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Like how you love AB, that's how I love Odell.
Yeah.
You know, I would have arguments with older dudes. I thought he was the most famous football player in the world. I thought he was the most recognizable.
Because that one little catch?
But you look at the stats, like the first 4 years, he was unbelievable. The catch, the New York, the look,
But
the smile.
did you get caught up with him proposing to the kicking net? Or did you get caught up in his game?
His game.
So his game made
Dude is
him.
ultra talented.
He's very talented.
Yes.
Before he got hurt. Let's be honest.
But what I'm saying is, though, right now we've gotten to the point to where I feel like sometimes fame supersedes the game. If what happened with AB happens with me, one, it probably meant like I got in a fist fight. So I'm in trouble anyway. right? If I'm gonna go to that point. But the type of hiding I would do, I'd be so embarrassed that I wouldn't be at a Brooklyn Nets game. You see what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't show my face because the perception from the outside is that this just happened, and like Freddie said, everybody who's coming at me about it is coming at me about the mental issues. And so now, somebody who grew up in the era where my parents straight up told me, like, listen, bro, like mental issues, depressions are things that you can't afford to have. Like literally, you're not rich enough, you're not blessed enough to be able to afford those things. You got to find a way to provide. And so now I'm looking at this and I'm starting to wonder, when do we get to the point to where we are enabling bad decision making, right? And if we are going to continue to be aware about mental health, we also have to educate ourselves on the signs, and the people who are dealing with these things have to be willing to get help. Because after a while, you're culpable in some way, right? And so now when we sit from the outside looking in, how do you help an AB if there are so many people that are going to give him excuses?
Do y'all think it was mental health? I know CTE pops up a lot.
Right.
And and I'm with you kind of, RC, where the CTE, when did y'all hear about that?
Fred, like when did you start hearing it? Because you played before all of us.
I don't remember, I forgot.
Probably around, I don't know. I think they really got heavy about 6 years ago. Something like that.
You know what, when it probably really got heavy, what era sued the NFL and won?
That was us.
It had to be
That
around.
was our era?
The era was before us, but it was while we were playing. So right, during all the concussion talks, that's when it became really big around the time of the new CBA.
They won the settlement, right?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, what happens after they win the settlement? The rules change.
The rules change.
And the NFL does what to protect what? Themselves, right?
Yep.
So it can't happen again.
CYA.
To protect their money.
But you don't
Say it
ever.
again?
To protect their money.
But protecting the money, but also increasing the margins. You don't find it strange that when all of that came to fruition, a few rules changes had occurred over the years. You can't jam the man at the line.
Right.
The Tom Brady rule. You can't hit the quarterback low. Then you can't hit the receivers high because of the concussions.
Right.
You can't hit the quarterbacks high, right? All of the rules changed, and then the concussion battle came. Then from there, you saw the NFL scores go from 25 to 17 or whatever. Those were considered blowouts. Then the teams, now we're scoring 40, 50 points a game because of the rule change. With the rules changes, the stadium changes. The TV deals got richer.
So you think it's more about this?
The NFL nets $9 billion a year.
It's a business. We got to be fair.
Each team gets a $250 million check at the end of the season, $250 million plus at the end of the season. This is a business. For us as players and talking to these young players, that's what we have to let them know. This is a business. All four of us are not running, catching, tackling
keep it coming.
anybody else.
Keep it coming.
And
but
they're
that's the
still
nature.
making Freddie $9 billion a year.
But that's the nature of the beast.
Money, bro.
That's the
what
nature
it's
of the beast.
about.
I think
Because
everybody should understand that at this point. At this point in
100%.
life, we should understand, regardless of any rules set in place, regardless of any memos they put out, any of that politically correct shit, at the end of the day, the bottom line is about making money.
We're going to get
always,
this check.
especially in that business.
Right. So for you, Freddie, when you were talking about the rules are more about protecting the people that make money, right? Because if Chad's healthy, or Ochocinco's healthy, whatever team he plays on scores more points, period. Right? If I don't hit him in his head across the middle, whatever it is, no, I'm just saying, whatever it is, that team's better. If Tom Brady's knee is not shot, then the Patriots, who are 11-5 that year with Matt Castle, are 13-3, they probably win it. Right? So do you think they truly want to protect those people, or that was just about, look, we got to make sure these dudes part of the game?
Any fans that go to a game, they're only spending a minimal amount of time watching the game here on field level. Majority of the time is on the Jumbotron, right? That's the business of football.
Yeah.
It's all about entertainment now. If we can score more points, if we can entertain the core fans when they're in the stadium, we already got the TV deal on lock.
Right.
But if we can entertain these people in the stadium, sell a $65 hot dog.
Yeah.
How much the hot dog?
$65.
$65.
I better be a foot long.
Triple.
Man, God,
Whatever.
3 feet hot dog?
Yes.
So, all right, so
$80 beer.
Okay, so
touchdowns, more touchdowns, more
Yeah.
fans, more excitement. Let's go. The rule change is translated to that. More money, more revenues. It's capitalism. That's what we are. It's the business of doing business. It's all good. I ain't tripping.
we're talking about the game and money. When the thing happened with Gruden, and I was saying that I thought that he should be fired, or I thought that there should be some ramifications to what he did. Everybody's like, well, football players, they, you know how it is. They beat women, they drink and drive, woo, all these things. And I was talking about it today. Like, if you're good, they overlook those things. Is that also about money? But in that being about money, are you hurting the players' growth as humans?
Are you asking NFL this?
I'm asking you.
They don't care about our growth as humans. They don't care about our money management skills. They don't care about
I
our
disagree.
No,
I
bro.
disagree.
They do not care about our ability to be
They
husbands
provide
and
the
fathers.
resources. You have to take advantage of those.
No, Freddie.
Look, they put everything
Freddie,
in place.
I give you, Freddie.
I gotta be fair.
Freddie, I give you $50 million. That makes you a better man.
It doesn't make me a better man.
And
But
nobody else. There's no other things. They do a ass rookie symposium.
Yeah. They don't even do that no more. You gotta
And
do it
they
with the
don't
team.
even do
You do it with the team.
Money
Freddie,
does not make you happy,
Money does
period.
not change you. Money makes you more of
That
what you
doesn't
were
matter.
before. So if you were hitting
It doesn't
women,
matter.
if you were hitting women, if you were drinking, if you were smoking, if you were snorting coke, if you was hitting the crack pipe, you're gonna get the best crack now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freddie,
Name
they
another
don't care,
space.
They don't care
All
about
right.
you as a human.
That's our business because that's where we come from, right?
Yeah.
So because I put a check for $50 million in your pocket, that doesn't mean you're gonna change.
No.
I.e., AB.
Yeah. You heard Tom Brady. He was totally empathetic, right? And I'll be honest with y'all. I'll be straight up. I reached out to him. First thing I said was, I'm sorry. For anything that we had in the past that is an issue, I'm sorry.
And stand up.
I said,
You should've.
I would love to help you clear this up, right? Like, but I'm not his friend, and I know that. I was, or we had something, but not anymore. You know, like, Ocho, you start this saying you love him. Like, did you reach out to him?
Too much going on.
Too much for you going on, or
Too much
for
going
him?
on in general. It's too much. You know, I got everybody and their mama reaching out. This person want to do this. Everybody want to do it. He pulling. Too many people pulling.
I side with Ocho.
Too
on
many
that.
people pulling. It's, it just happened. Oh, here come it. No, I'm not that guy. I think I've reached out enough to where if you need somebody to talk to, there's
I'm here.
one motherfucker you know you can call.
And he knows that.
There's one person you know you can call. We've been doing this damn near 20 years. So when something happens, I don't have to reach out every damn time.
Right.
You know I'm there.
Right.
You know I'm there. If he wanted my advice on anything, he would reach out. But I don't want to jump on the bandwagon with everybody else reaching out and no.
You feel as if AB, if he really wanted help, he'll reach out. He knows an OG that ain't trying to get nothing out of him.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
so.
you think
I
most players
I don't-
have that
I don't
guy
even
in their
think-
life?
We keep saying there's something wrong with him. I think there are situations that happen, and there's a reason that they happen, and that's the way he reacted to those situations.
I don't think anything's wrong with him.
Yeah, I
mentally.
don't think nothing wrong with
And
him.
I've
Bro,
seen him.
he got naked on the sideline, bro. Listen,
That was
Freddie,
an antic.
Whatever y'all are
That-
talking
that
about,
was an
this
antic.
motherfucker got naked on the sideline and ran across the field, amping the other team's crowd up. Now,
Listen,
let's be honest about the
you
situation.
you can make bad decisions
Correct.
and not be sick.
Correct. Because we can't diagnose
Or what other
CTE while
people,
we're here.
I'm gonna say this, or what other people
haven't-
perceive as bad decisions.
Perceive.
Because you make a decision
no,
for you.
RC. A bad decision is to leave your sideline, get half naked,
I
and
agree.
run across the end zone during a football game.
For me,
throwing
it is.
that's a bad decision
it is, for sure.
at any sport,
But I
at
think-
any level, at any human
So
in
here's
the
the,
world.
I think the bigger problem is misinformation, right? So you
still don't know what happened.
Right, you still don't know what happened.
Correct.
You know, obviously I know people in the locker room, it wasn't about incentives. They went to him early on in the week and asked, what do you need to get? You go to the week before, you get 15 targets, right? 10 catches, because Tom is his guy and Tom's trying to get him to that point. So it wasn't about that. There was other things that went on throughout the week that I feel, or that I've heard, carried over into the game. If you already got something on your heart, you don't have to be mental for that to click out in the heat of those 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think we've gotten to a place in society, though, that you have to paraphrase or you have to caveat every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking, I'm on TV, it's Monday morning, I'm on TV, and in the middle of talking, I go, I can't condemn him. I can't judge him, I can't criticize him, which is true, right? And I say, because I don't know what trauma has brought this on. When in my heart of hearts, I don't necessarily believe that. You see what I'm saying? But that's where we are. And when you're doing that job, that's where you gotta be. And so we have now become as a society that junk's okay, but it's actually not okay from the standpoint of what it means for his career and his job, and also for what it looks like for everybody else. Because as much as we gotta protect him, right? As much as people don't want us to talk stuff about him, he gotta protect himself.
But we all
And the
should,
next one that
be
look like it.
concerned. But my main concern is the enablers. You know, the people who give him the passes. The people who say, yeah, you should have done that.
Football ain't gonna change that.
Football won't change that. But what you hear from AB is what he says is, football is what I do, not who I am. And people got to respect, you know, his upbringing, what his environment. He's
Definitely
a product of that.
100%.
You know, so it's been in him somewhere.
I agree with that.
Long before he started getting the check. Now, maybe the check enabled some of his actions and made him a bit entitled, but at the very end of the day, I believe, this is just me, I believe that AB knows exactly what AB is doing,
Very smart.
what he wants to do, where
He's
he
very
wants to
smart.
go. And he understands that football isn't gonna dictate my actions or who I am. And I think more people should be that way. I'm not saying go quit, because that's what he did at the end of the day. I don't rock with that.
This dude loved football, and I believe that even with the others.
Well, let me back up,
because
because I don't want to say.
What he just said really, it really described me a little bit too. You know, I
Okay.
wouldn't allow football. Wait, how'd you say it?
To dictate who you
Yeah,
are.
I wouldn't allow them to actually. NFL, when you think about it in itself, it's about control.
Okay.
It's about control.
No, I don't think it's so much
Listen,
control.
it's about control.
It's a
Wait,
business.
I have a question.
We're workers.
Every business has bylaws and rules.
I have a question.
labor.
I have a question. When we mess up, you wear your socks too high, or when I wear an orange chin strap or a black chin strap, or I celebrate and they don't like it, what's the first thing they take from me, RC?
Money.
You know why they take our money first? Because they think that's what me, or all of us, that's what they think we value most.
But take this back.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
So when you
okay,
take
I'll bring it
somebody
back.
that actually loves this, and I want to play it just like I'm at Liberty City Optimist, I just happen to be on motherfucking TV, I just happen to be making millions of dollars, and I choose not to abide by your rules based on the way I think the game of football should be played, you can't control that.
Right.
You can't, and when you can't control somebody that believes in themselves like that, and it have nothing to do with money, how do you defeat that?
So
How do you control that?
you as a parent, right? Baby Serenity, you want the best for your daughter. You send her to a private school or a charter school.
She ain't going to private school if you want the best for your daughter, but go ahead.
No, I'm with you on that.
ain't going to
But most parents think that. I just tossed it out like that.
Private school.
Not
You can
shelter
get
my
the same-
motherfucking child.
Sheltered. The best teachers.
The best.
No, that's
The
that's
best-
overrated, Chan.
Bro,
Says
we
who?
in the
It's
not
private
overrated.
school.
It's
I'm
not
in the
overrated.
private school.
It's not overrated.
It's not, and everybody
It's not
in the
overrated.
private
I
school,
disagree.
all the teachers
I
got
disagree.
PhDs.
I
Listen,
believe it's on the
bro,
kid.
It's not on the
It's on the
kid.
child.
Y'all want me to teach y'all child?
No.
Y'all want me to teach y'all child? Send them this way. Send them this way. Tighten up.
Are you gonna be at HBCU?
No, we ain't gonna be at HBCU.
All right. We ain't gotta worry about you then.
Back your ass up. It's on the child.
Bro, it's not on the child.
With my son going into high school, there was a high school over here, had 8,000 enrollment. High school over here, private, $20,000 a year, 3,000 enrollment. We want to put them over there. Smaller classes, better attention from the instructor, all of that bullshit. Motherfucker get over there and nut up. He out of there after the first semester. It's on the fucking child.
Y'all might have should have spanked his little ass more.
He got spanked.
When I think of private
But that shit's overrated, bro. How many successful people we've seen come from the fucking hood, they're going to be astronomers, fucking scientists, all this other shit. Private schools is over fucking rated.
Fred, the thing you're doing is you're arguing two different points.
No, I'm
like,
not.
Because you are correct that it is on the individual
Correct.
to be able to learn, right? To be able to be attentive, to be able to put the effort in. That's like anything. If you put somebody at a training facility, if they could be training with dang Mo Wells, if they don't never go run the 40, they still gonna run 5'8". Right? It's on the individual. But it also is, there are some establishments that have the money, right? That have the resources, that have the people to provide better. That's it.
If you wait it out, private school versus charter and public schools, right? I think it's more of a peace of mind for the parent, for the adult, more so than the child.
I'll be honest, I'm a private school kid, and it helped me. That's all I'm gonna say, right? Period. And that's that.
I just think you can thrive in any environment with support.
I 100% agree with that.
A
Nobody's
ro- a
arguing
rose,
it.
A rose can grow out the cement,
If you-
but it's not as easy as growing
some
in a
good-
damn,
some fertile soil.
fertile soil.
Who the said it gotta be easy?
Oh,
You try to give your kids easy.
You grind to make the money to spend that 30 racks a year.
You want to set them up, right?
Yes.
But you don't want to coddle them. You want
Coddle?
to you don't want to make it easy for them.
For their teachers to have a PhD.
That's
as a
when they grow
coddle?
up cursing you the fuck out. No, the point what I tried to make with Ocho was this. We talking about uniform policies, right? If you send your kid to charter school or private school, if that uniform is out of place, because you talked about our socks and everything in the league, if that uniform is out of place, they get disciplined. They're gonna call you first. Don't send that little motherfucker to school like this tomorrow. And then after that, they come to school with their belt out or the shirt not tucked in. Guess what? Little motherfucker got detention. And if they do it again, they got Saturday school.
Is that the control thing you talking
Then
about?
they hit your pocket. It's discipline. It's just that in the NFL, the rules are we fine you. It's a business. You got to respect that. Black and white. You step in the middle, you fucked up. We told you on this side, you fuck it off, you get fined. On this side, you straight. It's as simple as that. Why it got to be so hard?
You know what's hard to
Why it got to be so hard?
It's hard for me to even argue the fact because I have kids in public school and I have a child in private school.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is the education that much different from one to the other? I don't know, because all them motherfuckers smart as hell. So I don't know. Maybe I got the luck of the draw, but for me, personally, I prefer public school.
Okay.
Personally, for me.
Is it the
But
diversity?
Because of those I have kids from, and obviously mothers being teachers,
Okay.
which makes it even easier for me on my end. So I got the luck of the draw.
I would say if you want your kids to go the private school route, elementary, trying to establish a foundation, that's cool. When they get into middle school, let them go. Let them get around society and what the realness
When I
is.
think about private school, and I apologize, and I know y'all saw this shit at home because we all old enough. Remember Cruel Intentions?
Love that movie. Sebastian, I want to name my kid Sebastian.
Hey, that when I think of private school, that's the only thing I can think about. Everybody pretending to be all sedity and perfect, but behind closed motherfucking doors.
Devils. Yeah.
It's
I
the
don't know
truth.
why. I don't know why that just resonates with me. It's just
You
I don't- something
you
about
can't
it.
protect them from what you consider private school.
But your parental advisory, your parental
Guidance.
guidance is what gets them through anything they're a part of.
100%. You have to
And that's
reinforce
what it's
whatever
about.
they're going.
Yes.
But private school, really, like I said to RC, it's more of a peace of mind. It's a mind state for the adults. To start off, you want to nourish your kids no matter where they go. You got to abide by the rules, man. Period. Point blank. That's
The rules.
This whole conversation really revolves around this. You guys all played for 3 public schools. The Jacksonville Jaguars, public school. Dolphins, public school. Cincinnati,
Definitely
sure as
private.
hell a public school.
Private.
Pittsburgh, we were the private school.
Yeah, I was a
Right?
private school.
Oh yeah, because we had the best owners. You know what I mean? We got the best fans. We got the most trophies. Yes, we do. We got the most trophies. But
Y'all
I
had the
remember,
best
I love
owners.
Pittsburgh, right? And in Pittsburgh, when I was in Pittsburgh, right, Cincinnati, because it was a public school, we didn't really worry about Miami. Jacksonville, we just worried about Freddie T. You stopped Freddie T, you won the game, right? That just was. Sometimes you couldn't, sometimes you could. You stop him, you won. When I was there, right, I had Carson and Ocho, right? And then I had Andy and AJ, right? Carson and Ocho, without a doubt, best duo Cincinnati's ever had till now. How does it feel to know that you will no longer be the greatest wide receiver in Cincinnati Bengal history?
Wait, what happened?
oh,
They drafted Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase showing out, Ocho.
Okay.
He's
oh,
a
just
bad
1
boy.
year. 1 year. That's all.
No,
all it takes.
He's a bad boy.
He's only played 1 year though, Ocho.
I'm just asking.
Dog, Ocho. Dog.
Yeah, dog. How you gonna
Hey.
tell me? Eat McDonald's. I know what he is.
Dog.
I played 11 years, right?
Yeah.
Well, we got a long way to go, right?
yeah, we do.
Okay.
I don't think he should
Y'all
stand
better
down.
send me
That
Come on though, Joe Burrow. So you got to take Joe Burrow over Carson right now. He's tougher.
Tougher.
Did I?
Carson was a dog.
Man, yo, why you sitting here talking about my quarterback, man?
How many playoff games
Zero.
did Carson win? I'll let Ocho say it, but I think you're right, RC.
He got hurt. We almost had
No.
one.
That's true.
Yeah,
We
we
did.
finna beat their ass that
No,
game.
y'all
too.
wasn't
Chemo
gonna beat
Von
their
Offer.
ass.
Yeah, what chemo? I beat chemo ass. I see him in person too.
Chris Henry, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Great play early in the game.
First play.
First play.
What, 40, 50 yards?
Slim did it.
The league's different. Like,
listen,
do you feel some
it's-
pride in the fact that those two?
I love it. And the fact that he came, you know what I really like about when he got drafted? He said, man, I'm finna come in there and I'm finna break every record they got. I said, yeah, I like it.
He did say that.
I like it.
He
Then
did say
preseason
that.
came along, everybody jumping on his back. Oh, he dropping this, he dropping that. And you know me, I'm right on Twitter. Man, y'all shut up. The man ain't played in the whole season. Give him a little time to get the rhythm and get his feet back underneath him.
When you look at them now, though, because like I get pride, obviously, because they both
I
LSU
like
boys,
it.
so I love it. But they got T. Higgins too, you know what I mean?
T ballin'.
And like, and so you think of duos, right?
No, don't
Like,
say
you had-
duo.
you-
Don't forget Tyler Boyd.
Well, no, I'm about to
okay.
say no. I got
You
it,
wanna
but
talk
you got
about-
to think too though. You had TJ,
TJ.
and you had Chris. Like this team, Tyler, T, Jamar, Joe Mixon.
And we had Rudy
Right.
back then.
You know what I mean?
A little different though, right?
Yeah, a little different. But so, like, when you look at this team though, like, do you think they changed the fortune of the Bengals?
Yeah, they definitely
Really?
can. They're going to. They're going to. And I think the thing about it is they're gonna do what we did. Remember that well, it's hard for you to tell you guys, but that excitement we had or the fans had that 2005 season, we were running the table week in and week out, and it didn't matter.
That
who
wasn't
we
the
were-
champ year, huh?
Huh?
That wasn't
That
champ
was,
year.
that was the Carson year.
No, I'm saying that wasn't the year you
With
blew,
Champ
when
Monday
Champ
night?
cussed. No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But that excitement and that feeling of hope, finally we got a team that can actually compete. You know, winning the division, me going on a limb. I said way back in August, remember that clip with Molly? They laughed at me. I said, man, in August, I was on with Molly and I forgot the other guys. I told them, man, listen, we finna win the AFC North this year. Just before the season even started. Based on what Zach Taylor had done to that point and to understanding what Chase was finna do, being with Burrow and what they did in college and being able to transition from college to NFL and do it again, it ain't gonna be that hard.
Right. So they took over the Ocho cigar smoke. Are you gonna be able to leave baby Serenity long enough to go smoke one with him if they get him a couple of dubs?
I don't think she gonna do it. She ain't gonna let me. Nah.
What's your AFC prediction?
Who do you think we gonna match up with?
Indy.
Indy.
Yeah,
That's a tough-
we did.
that's
We
a tough
winning
game.
That. Nah, ain't no tough game. We winning that. We winning that.
Man, ain't no tough game. Jonathan Taylor.
Not eight in the box.
Okay. Eli Apple on the outside.
He's seen that all year.
Awuzie.
Awuzie is balling.
Balling. He's killing.
Balling. So
Balling.
we good. Who we gotta stop?
Pittman.
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 Pittman's son. Remember Pittman?
Yeah.
He had arms.
Boy,
Arms
Pittman
like
was
mine.
thick. Tampa running back.
Yeah.
that
You know,
boy.
I like that 28 though. He got the same last name. And he what the same number? With 8 in the box. He's seen 8 in the box. I seen 8 in the box in Pittsburgh. Gave him $150 in the snow.
Well, it's different.
Hey, you remember I was
That
sick?
shit don't matter.
Like, why you point? I was sick. Stop. Don't point over
Nah,
me.
I ain't mean to point at you.
Golly.
bro. I'm just
Point
saying
at it.
Pittsburgh.
Why were you sick? What was wrong?
Do we have
with
to
you?
go through that again?
Cause your body's weak.
I lost my organs, Channing. We talk
They
about
took
this
your
every
organs out.
week.
That's not a mistake.
What you got? Your appendix removed?
No, he got all his insides are gone.
My spleen, my gallbladder, piece of my liver.
Everything's gone in him, Ocho. I don't know if you know, he has nothing in his stomach.
I had a sickle cell crisis in Denver.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sickle cell took everything out of him. He got a heart,
That's not nothing
he
you
got
make
a
fun
heart
of,
and a
Channing.
booty hole.
You say you don't make
So I gotta
You can't
go.
help yourself, man.
No.
Every week.
I wanna start and finish with you, dog. How are you enjoying parenting?
enjoying parenting. It never stopped. It never stopped. I've been parenting since '87. Do the math at home. I've been parenting since '87, and I think I like it now, being able to start over. So I think I get to experience now what it's like to be a full-time father.
Right.
No football in the way.
Right.
No practice, no leaving. I get to pick up, drop off, parent-teacher conference. You got in trouble? Okay, I'm on the way now. I get to go to open house. That's what's called open house, right?
Right.
Yep.
I get to do parent-teacher conferences at some point.
So who taught you the Obama knee? Because my thighs
Just
too big, I can't do
when
it.
Ryan asked me that question, you just felt I need to cross my knee just to answer the right way.
So it's the Obama knee?
Nah, I was doing this before Obama.
You taught Obama that.
Nah, this is something I got this from my granddaddy back in the day.
I actually can't do that either.
Me either.
You can't cross
Y'all
your
can't
legs?
cross your-
Your
Oh,
pants
he's-
too tight.
It's not my pants, bro.
No,
My
he's
hips too
sick,
tight.
man. He's
Your
sick.
hips too tight?
Yeah, my hips too tight.
I know
you
he
mean?
can do it because he got his mama.
You got what?
I got my mama Peter Wee.
What that mean?
I mean, my daddy had a big Peter Wee, and I don't. So my mom's swiper is what I got through genetics. So
Mom
that's why
swiper.
I
You
yeah,
call it
my
mom
mom,
swiper?
my mama's side of the family gave me my swipe size.
Why did I do that, bro? My bad.
You see how I can cross? I
My
can,
bad.
I can cross it over there on the other side of the room if I need to. I can cross that thing way over here. 'cause
Your
it's-
hip's bad,
It's
too.
nothing. It's nothing stopping it.
You see, every time when my leg go, it go, so it fall with me.
It hits the chair.
Yeah, that should be in the
Damn.
toilet. When you sit down, you don't hit the water.
Man, I had to pour 3 buckets of water in the toilet for
Here
hit
we
the
go.
water.
Same shit, different
Hit the
show.
water.
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me, can't pin in it. I fought to hear to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up. On a mission, get me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Limitless. Niggas to me, can't pin in it.